Welcome to a brand new vlog, and on today's vlog, excuse my appearance, but I just had a full day at work and it was quite hectic. I had like a client crying because Miskina, she found something out, and I was like, oh, Miskina. Anyways, I'm gonna take you along with me on my 5 to 9 after work routine, because I do a 9 to 5, so it's a 5 to 9 routine. So I just drove home. I have like an errand to run, and then I'll show you everything I get up to. The majority of the things will be, for example, eating, reading, scrolling on like social media, watching YouTube, having tea, and then having a wash and organizing my room. And I'm going to show you as well in the last clips all the items that I will be selling on Marketplace and on Depop, and I will leave you all the both links in the description down below. So I hope you enjoy it. That's basically it from me today, and enjoy the clips. Bye.
Making me so happy as well. And then of course my bag of choice, it's got to be
Good morning. So basically, what happened? So why didn't I film anything yesterday? Basically yesterday, how can I explain it? So yesterday, obviously, due to work and due to everything, I'm running a bit behind schedule, like trying to improvise and trying to create a video daily. And yesterday I had in mind after work that I do a 5 to 9 video, basically telling you what I do after my work and stuff like that, after an appointment that I had for my car. But then when I arrived home, I received a bit of like not criticism. It was more about like being very disheartened and being like, what are you doing this for? Like, no one cares, no one this, no one that. And when you're trying to prove a point across someone who doesn't actually understand why you're doing it, and there isn't actually a word or a thing that I can say to make it even better, it disheartens you, because you say like, maybe they're right, maybe like, who bloody cares about this, who cares about me, who cares about this and that, what I'm talking about, and everything in between. I would love to clarify some sort of things. So these things, obviously I'm documenting my life being a 20-year-old. If people start coming for me and they're like in the 20s or in the 40s and like having their life sorted, and they start attacking us and like whatever it is, and I'm like, hun, I really would like to go back in your 20s and see what you said and see what you have done, and actually having the actual balls to say it in public, and obviously being aware of the criticism that you will be receiving. I am open for criticism. I'm even open to grow. That's why obviously I am so open in sharing the majority of my life online. I had this idea since I was 13, so this has been quite a process coming. This is not something I decided yesterday, that I decided all of a sudden I would like to share my life online. I know the pros and I know the cons of this whole situation. But when it comes from your like close knit, so to speak, the people that are closest to you, that start saying those stuff, you're like, should I hear it, should I ignore it? And then so I decided, I was like, I was not in the mood, because at the end of the day I still wanted to do the video, but for the sake of having because I know I will keep on receiving these types of things, so I was like, let me just get my priorities straight and just focus why I'm doing this thing. So if someone attacks me, being close, being I have a stranger, being whatever it is, I am well prepared and I have like everything aligned to not protect myself, but obviously not let that influence me whatsoever. So basically it was more due to the fact that I just sat down, I wrote on a piece of paper the things that obviously I've been told my whole life, and I obviously, for being my character, proved them wrong. I as well suffer from dyslexia and ADHD, so it does not actually help me when someone tries to put me even back, because in fact one of the reasons, this I would like to clarify as well, why I'm doing my Spanish course, or why I would love to do teaching in the future, or maybe on my own, is not because I don't like my current job, or because I would like to change, or would like to do whatever it is, but I know how important a teacher can be for a student who suffers from a learning disability, unfortunately, because having a teacher that just caters for everyone is not ideal when you have a student, because all students have their own needs. So that's why I got into it, because I love the language. I was meant to keep on studying it in university, but I'm taking a different route to do it the proper way, in my own time and at my own pace. Nothing against any university, obviously, it's just a matter of learning, and that is what has been driving me forward in continuing my studies, to prove a point to myself, and obviously hopefully in the future I would even cater to such an audience. Again, with even the sort, for example, I used to receive criticism on how I voice my opinions, how ungrateful I'm sounding, how whatever I'm sounding, like dull, or like I'm nagging all about it. And reality is like, that's life. Like we have the highs and we have the lows, and I say everything. And could be that, for example, I received a few comments on the London vlog, because I was like, it's so cold here, it's so this, it's so that. And I said that even regarding my own country, I say that even in my own house, I say that even in my own car. Like, I say these little things that everyone, or maybe a part of like society thinks about them, but maybe don't voice them, or maybe they voice them to themselves, but I decide to say it and just say it out there. And sometimes it shows a bit more like I'm very upfront, and some people will get offended, and I apologize if you get offended, because I don't want to offend anyone, but it is like my how I express myself. I try to be as no, obviously that I saw a bit the videos back as well, and I will try to be as a bit more softer with my words, because even my boyfriend says like, you're a bit too aggressive. Some people will think like I'm trying to attack someone, but I'm not trying to attack anyone. It's more of a how I express myself. Then as well, one of the main reasons for why I decided, one of the main reasons why I decided to do this YouTube channel is because when I was younger, I was quite being an only child, and being this and being that, and being like into things that maybe my current like friends were not into, and whatsoever. I found like a self of a sort of community in YouTube that people could understand me. So I want to be the voice to girls that maybe at this point in time in their teenage years, or even younger, that they feel alone, and they find like a space like this and say like, I can relate to that. So that's basically it. I have to go, the camera's flashing, and that's basically a brief reason why yesterday there wasn't a vlog. But today you're going to see yesterday and today's vlog. I hope you enjoyed it, and sorry if I offended anyone, I hope I didn't, but just a brief of where I'm coming from basically. And yes, I shall see you in the next one. Bye.